You can see my screen. Use the chat and type 2. Okay? Okay, so good. So yesterday we stopped in margin configurations. When we went to mine, we now went to my strategy settings, where I told you that this is where we save settings for our trades, be it for futures, be it for sports. So I'm going to explain what margin configuration using $100. Let me put sports, since we have sports and futures now. So sports $100. Okay, so let's say we are starting with 20 as our first buy. We're starting with $20 as our first buy. Margin configuration, before I even start, margin configuration are sets of instructions given to the robot. Set of instructions given to the robot for the robot to be able to buy the dip of a trade. So that is why if your capital is $100 to trade, to start a trade, to trade, if you want to use $100 to trade, you are not supposed to use all the $100 to start, because we know the lifestyle of crypto. It goes up and it comes down. So you are saying, okay, since crypto goes up and comes down, I can start this trade and it will start going down. So margin calls are instructions giving the robot, a set of instructions giving the robot, given to the robots to help you buy the dip at a reduced price, at reduced prices. You understand? So that is why, as you are saying, okay, let me start with $20. Now, if the robot moves up, immediately you start the trade, you get your percentage, your profit percentage. If your percentage profit, your whole position take profit is 1.3, your whole position take profit ratio, if it's 1.3, you get 1.3% of $20. If immediately you start, the coins just go up without buying margin calls, you get your profit will be calculated on 1.3%, which is your take profit on $20. Now, you might be saying, but the profit will be small now when I have 100. The reverse, if you go and use $100 to start the trade, and that coin now goes down and stayed down, maybe it went down by 15 or by 10% for 1 week, you know that you will just be in the trade without making any profits. So that is why RoyalQ introduced the margin configurations. So it's a set of instructions given to the robot to buy the dip and make sub profits while we wait for the coin to recover from the dip. So those dip, it's your robot, you have designed your robot to use the remaining $80 to buy at different points. So the point now, that is where you put the point, at where you see margin call limit, which is 7. So margin call limits are the different reduced prices, different points. And it will be, the limit will be tallying with the remaining money you have for this trade. So now the remaining money here we have for this trade is $80. We can say, okay, let the robot use $10. Since it will start with $20, let it use $10 to buy our margin. Now you will now come to how many margin calls do you want to create that your remaining money can carry. So since you are using $10 and the remaining money is 80, so it will be 80 divided by 10, which is 8. So you are going to change the limit to 8 because you have $80 spare as spare. That is the margin call limit, 8. Then you will now come to the margin configuration. The margin configuration is a page. So you click on it, look at the arrow, you click on it. So the margin configuration is the page. You can see they have 8. So the margin configuration is where you set the prices. You set the prices, and in RoyalQ, the prices are being calculated on percentage. So you are saying that the first call, once you start the trade, if the trade reduce by 3.5%, let the robot buy the first dip. You understand? There can be also be edited. It can be reduced, it can be increased. If you want the robot to buy your margin call fast, you reduce it. If you want your robot to buy it maybe at a more reduced price, you increase it. You increase it when you don't have much money. But so maybe someone that is using 1,000 to trade that has almost 50 margin calls, you don't expect the person to be using 3. The person can use 1%. The person can also use 0.5 so that the robot will buy the dip faster. Remember, the more USDT the robot use to buy the trade, the more your profit will increase when he wants to sell. You understand? So now you are saying the robot should buy this first call at 2%. That is, once the value of that coin drops, immediately you start the trade with $20 and it drops by 2%, you're telling the robot to buy your first margin call. Now, the robot will tell you now that how much from the $80 should it use in your Binance, in your exchange, to buy more of the dip of that coin, to buy more quantity of that coin. That is where you will now come to the right-hand side, which is the multiple buy-in ratio. The multiple buy-in ratio is being calculated in times your first buy-in amount. So anything you put here, the robot will times it with your first buy-in amount. Anything the robot gets, that is the money, the USDT the robot will go and use to buy the first margin call. So you remember we calculated $10. So for us to get $10 here, our first buy amount is 20. The first buy amount is 20. So for us to get $10 here, we'll do 0.5. What can be times to 20 to give you $10? That is the simple math. Since the first buy is 20 and you want the robot to be using $10 to buy each margin, so you know that it will be half. If, for instance, you pull 1 here, what the robot will do, it will be 1 times your first buy, which is 20. The robot will go and use $20 to buy your first margin. If you put 1.5 here, it means the robot will do 1.5 times your first buy, which is 20. That is, the robot will go and use $30 to buy your first margin call. So for this, our example, we want the robot to use $10 to buy. So 0.5 times 20, which is our first buy, will give us $10. So anytime the coin drops by 2%, the robot will go and use $10 to buy the first margin. If it drops again by 3, maybe I want to use 3 or 2.5 for the second call. You are saying the robot should use the same $10. So we can just put this one 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Please, no mistake when you're setting this 0.5. Because this is the backbone in which RoyalQ was designed, in which the quantitative robot was designed. So you see, you're telling the robot that 0.5 times your first buy, which is 20, is 10. Use $10 to buy the first one. Use $10 to buy the second one. Use $10 to buy the third one. Use $10 to buy the fourth one. Use $10 to buy the fifth one. Use $10 to buy the sixth one. Use $10 to buy the seventh one. Use $10 to buy the eighth one. So on the margin call drop, you can always edit it. Either you reduce or you increase. If you increase, the robot we depending on the movement of the coin. If the coin is a slow coin that does not drop faster, the robot will not buy your margin calls. If you increase the percentage. But if you know that the coin is a fast dropper, there are some coins that are very volatile. and you don't have plenty margin calls, you can just use the default, which is 3.5, 4.5. Then allow the robots to work with the default. But if it's a slow coin that hardly drop, you can just use 2% for them. 2%. But you can still use the default. You can use anything on the drop. You understand? But don't go lower if your margin calls is not much. If you don't have plenty money, don't go lower. You understand? Like this now, if the coin, when you start the trade, the coin drops by 2%, by another 2, this 2, 1, 2, 3, that is, let's say 2. So 2 times 8 should be 16, right? 16. So if this coin drops by 16, it means that all your $100 now is inside the trade. Are you following? If this coin now, you start the trade and the coin now is showing minus 17%, you know that if that coin stays for 1 week on minus 17 above, maybe minus 17, now goes to minus 20, now goes to minus 25, you will not expect any profit to be recorded or to be made for those days. So I want us to understand, because there's someone that was saying, I made profit so dates. I'm not saying 29 and 30. So it's only when you have money, maybe that coin now, your margin cost covered 16, and that coin is still in the range of maybe 0 to 16, maybe minus 5, minus 6. You know that your robot will be buying your margin, it will be selling it. If you are using the sub-bin mode real-time settlement, the strategy mode, your robot will be buying and be selling the margin calls from the 5th one. But if that coin drops and your robot has finished buying your 8 margins, all your margins, and the coin is still dropping, the robot will not make profit for you until the coin starts coming up, or you add more money to your capital and increase your margin calls so your robot will resume buying the dip. So this one, this trade covers 16% dip. If you now find out that you are not making profit too, you have not made profit today, you have not made profit tomorrow, and you check, you see that yes, your robot has bought all your margin calls, the 8 margin calls you set, but you want to make profit, you want to be making profit, that profit gives you joy. All you have to do is, okay, I have $50, let me use 10 into 50 will be 5. Let me come here and add 5, which is 13. Let me add 5 more new margins. So if I come here now, I will add 5. Maybe that coin reduce from 16 maybe to 25. So you see, it has added 9. It has added 9 margins. You understand? It has added 9 margins. Oh, yeah, I didn't save. I didn't save. So please, before you leave this page, you must save. Before you leave this page, you must save. You must click confirm. If you don't click confirm, what happened now will also happen, that you have to start editing it again. So this is the new added 5 I just did. So I will put it, because I also want the robot to use $10. I just added $50 now. So this is what I'm doing. I just added $50. So I've added the new, I was using 2 I was using 2 in 8. In 8 gave us 16%. So I can, after adding this 5 more margins, so that is from 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is the 5. So and my coin has been floating from 20 to 25, 20 to 25. Okay, so and I stop at 6, my margin cost stop at 16%. 16% to 25, which my robot has been the highest for 1 week, is just additional 9%. You understand? So if I add 2, 2, 2, 2, so 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, that is 10. So 10 plus 16 will give us 26%. So you see, I have been able to cover 26% with this $50 I added. I will confirm and save. You will see your robot immediately will pick the next margin calls. And when he buys it and the coin now increase maybe from 25 to back to 20, you resume making profits. So there is nothing different. You don't need to now start looking at the robot and say you are expecting it to record profit every day. No, it works like this, depending on the flow of your coin and the margin calls, the capital you use in trading it. So if the coin drops below what you covered, what your margin call, what your capital could cover, for that period that the coin reduce more than that, you will not be making profits. You understand? But once you add it now and you confirm and you save, you see that your robot will resume making profits for you. So that is one of the important key of RoyalQ. That's one of the important key in RoyalQ, this margin configuration page. So please, is there any question on the margin configuration page? Is there any question? Okay, I think we have question. How do you determine the depth in number of margin calls your capital can cover? Is there a calculation to help you determine it? Mr. P, I don't know if you are just joining us. If you are just joining us now, because when I started, I said, let us take an example of $50, $100. So we started with doing example for $100, and the first buy was $20. So the first buy is 20. The remaining spend money is $80 for that trade. So we now say, you might say, I want the robot to be using $60 to buy. So all you have to do, any amount you decide for your robots to buy is your choice. All you have to do for you to get the margin call limit, you must divide it with the remaining money, the remaining spare USDT. So I said, for instance, I said I want the robot to use $10 to buy my margin calls. Since the first buy is 20, what will be left is 80. Since I want to use 10, I will now do 80 divided by 10 to get 8. That means the number of margin calls will be 8, $20 to buy each margin. I will do 80 divided by 20, which will give us 4. So it's only 4 margin calls I will put. But remember the number of cryptocurrency in the spot market, because we all know coins, you can start a trade and you see the coins will just go down by 15%, 10%, 5%. So what trading is those sub profits. So that is why it's advisable that you should try to see that you have plenty margin calls for a trade. Okay? So that is the calculation. That is the calculation to get it. So do we have any other question on this margin? On this margin configuration. Okay, Book, I think you want to answer question. Buka Mustafa, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and answer your question.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Good evening. Sorry. Good evening. Thank you for this amazing presentation. Please, I want to ask this question in respect of this margin configuration. You will see, you will cover while you are setting up your margin configuration, you will see you cover like 25% drop. But
Okay.
you will see the coin is not up to 25% drop, but it has both your last margin call. So this thing is confusing me. Is it? I want you to just explain it to me. I have covered 25%. The coin dropped to 15 or 16 or 14%, but my last margin call it has been bought. How? I want you to just explain it to me, please. Thank you.
You said you set your margin, your total. Are you sure you calculated, you added all the margin call drop percentage well?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
You see,
If
you
you
covered like
calculate it,
25%,
it
you or
covers how many?
20%. You see, it's like if you cover like 20%, you will
Mm-hmm.
see the coin drop to you will see the percentage drop for that particular coin. You will see like 13 or 14%. While me, I
Oh
covered
no,
20%.
they don't calculate it like that.
Okay, okay,
They don't calculate it like that.
okay,
Another
okay.
important, another important function of margin calls is anytime you are buying, your average price is reducing. Your unrealized loss, your floating loss percentage is also reducing when you buy margin call. I want you to
Okay,
understand that anytime you buy margin
okay,
call, your percentage, maybe the thing has dropped to maybe your first margin call is 2. Your first margin call is to for the drop of 2%. If the coin drops to 2% and your robot buys it, what you'll be seeing there now might not be 2, it might be 1 point something, 1.5 or 1.6.
okay,
Remember, it's the same logic that applies in manual replenishment. Remember, if you do manual replenishment, your floating loss percentage reduce, right?
you are correct.
So that is the same thing that we do happen. When it's now
Okay,
reduced, the next reduction, which is maybe in this my example, is also 2%. It will now calculate 2% again to buy your second margin. I hope you
okay,
are
okay.
getting it. So
Yes,
that
I
is
understand. Well understood. Thank you.
okay. So is there any other question before leader OBM takes it over? Just me. Before leader OBM takes it from me, is there any other question? Mr. Enoch, I don't know if you are in the Zoom. Mr. Enoch, are you in the Zoom? Okay, let me see. Mr. Enoch, if you're in the Zoom, can you raise your hand? Though he told me that he might be busy around this time today. Okay, it's like he's not. So we'll allow, if you have question, you can just use the chat and drop it before the OBM will finish. We'll take it, we'll answer, we must definitely answer it. So I will give it up for leader OBM to take us on the practical on how to make money in the futures market. Because I tried yesterday's training. I put it in practice and I think I made $2. I traded I traded three. I tried 3 trades on myself picking it. So let's get more knowledge. Thank you, Leader OBM. You can take it away.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. This is the OBM. Yeah, straight to the point. Making money with futures. Like I always say, I want a system that works, a system that is simple, straight to the point, that anybody, can actually do and start winning. But when doing it, I also have to put in the necessary precautions. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Okay. Okay. There are time you'll be tempted to do more, but please let us stay let us stay safe by using 5x, 5x leverage, and come with just 25 well, $5. You understand? So, like I told the leader George, if I'm going to pick any trade, I'll pick anyone. But if I pick, there's something I want you to see. If I want to pick, go to the 24-hour change and look at what is actually raining. Is it the long or the short? So with this now, you see that the coins are pumping. So it's better to go for the long than the short. You understand? That means,
Okay.
yeah, are you getting it?
Yes, yes.
So it's better to go for the long than the short. You don't want to go against the trend. You understand? So, well, now checking our parameters or the system. If you are going for the long now, the the this this line has to be under the zero line. You understand? This I don't really know this term on this, but looking at it now, we are not going to take pendulum. You understand? I want something that will just start, not something that has arrived. Don't take our time. Let me just look at the ones I've set. Let's see KNC. Already it has left. Like I will tell the job when they ask me, if this line has crossed, the golden corner has already happened and it has pumped. So you don't waste time dwelling on this. What I will do is I will just pause it. I already said it before. But the other ones I've said is they are already gone. Let's say this HFT, you can see it has crossed. So it has bought the coins and it has pumped. You understand? So I'll just do it for a lot. But I'm going to tell you another thing you would do today to be on the safer side also. Because when you dip on futures, sometimes you might lose the money or you'll be in floating loss for a long time. So it's better you risk a little amount. You understand? So that you have minimal losses. You can say, so I have to be checking a lot before I can get the one that meets what I want. But if you can get it, you'll be getting something every time. And by the time you master it, you are still improve on this trading system that I found out. And this is what I want, that somebody can actually do this. Like Lita Aminata, she has a kind of system that she's using, but I'm still telling her to make it very simple that anybody can actually do it. Hmm. Maybe we have to go to the ones that I've dumped. Let me see this. Okay, but this one was also left. You can see it has crossed, so I'm not picking this. I think this one has crossed too. I'm looking for the one that's about to cross. You understand, Leader George?
Yes, I'm following you.
Yeah, the one that is yet to cross, that one we are looking for, so that we will not dwell so much in the market. Okay, you can see, yeah, I think it has crossed also, but you can still risk it. Maybe it can still come down. So what I will do is just I'll press create.
What about this one?
Which one?
This one now, this ban.
I think it has crossed, but I just want to maybe it can come down again. You understand?
Okay.
But it has just crossed. But let me just, for the benefit of those that are here for the first time. So okay, let me just show you the setting I'm using and why I'm using it. Now, this is the setting I'm using.
Someone is saying what that you don't understand what is crossing.
Maybe you can teach them on that.
Okay,
Let me
just
just go for
finish.
the application. Okay, let me go for the application. So now, the margin configuration I'm going to use, I'm going to come in safe. You understand? So with this kind of setting, no, yours might be 111, but this is what I prefer. You understand? And it hardly gets to with this setting, it hardly gets to the third margin. It hardly gets to the third margin. So this is what I will use to get into the market so that I can trap as many as possible. And if I want to reduce the margin commit, I will do it. But sometimes I don't do it. So this is the setting I'm going to use. But your own setting, like I just taught us how to do margin call. You can apply your setting based on your capital. So I think we're looking on band. Let me see band. That's cross. Let me look for another one. No. Ah. That that's gone. Wow. So you know when George was calling, he was calling me to my inbox. I will say it has gone. He will say why. But if you can get it and you trap it. Let me see. Yeah. I think this one has gone also. But let's assume that this hasn't crossed. I'll just press create, press setting, then my the setting, then the first buy, because it's 5 leverage, the first buy should be $25. But by the time you divide it by 5, it's actually $5 that you are using. So then I will go here, the golden cross, because it's under the 0 line. So I'll pick less than 0. Don't forget this, less than 0. Then I will just and activate. Then I'll still search for other ones. Since I'm using $5 for the first buy, I'm on the safer side. I hope you are getting it. Okay, look at this one also. Now, with this kind of method, you will see that anybody can actually do this. Then change the to 5 leverage. Then less than 0. It's already there. So I'll save. What happened? That's not so. Okay. Okay. I think this is already on. Let me pause it. It's already on. I already set it before, but I choose one leverage before. It's a mistake. I'll just change to 5. No, sir. Well, what's happened? I don't know what's wrong with this one.
It has already started now. You can't change the leverage again.
Okay. I just started. No.
It has started now. Look at it.
Wow. Okay. This one. Okay. This is not what I sent it, but I'll wait for it to start. So that's how I do. I do the hunting, and sometimes if I like, if I don't want to stay, I can close this in profit, and it will just be adding up, adding up, adding up. You understand? If I don't want to buy margin, but 1% is there, but it cannot go down. So I'll not be in a lot of floating loss. And if I now like, I can now reduce the margin call, but I don't really like to do that because sometimes it goes against me. So that's just the simple way I do the trading. And every day I make money. But today, I was really busy. I didn't like trade today. But you see the result. And if you can make between $5 to $10 to $20 every day, like we did the calculation yesterday, $20 every day times 30, $600. How much is that? Close to $1 million. So you actually make $1 million every month trading futures or trading spots, you understand, or trading both of them. So if you can do that, you are actually okay. And if you can show if you like now, you can show other people, you make money. So that's my channel. I hope you understand. If you have any question, you can ask me. Is that George?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. I say if you have any question.
I was setting my own ROIF. The
Okay.
FIO just sold now. So
Uh-huh.
no,
So
with this okay.
it works. It works.
We have question on
Okay.
the chat, but this one is my people are very funny. Joking links, you're asking what is crossing and where is it crossing to? You're on the Zoom yesterday. Okay, what is crossing? Where is it crossing to? If you look at the chart, look at the golden cross. They say golden line. Look at the golden line here. On the MACD, MACD is this down indicator. If you click on your MACD, you will see the MACD line. Is this down indicator? You understand? So we have the golden cross. So when it cross this other is it purple line? When the gold line cross or is about to cross, when it's about to cross, you set your long. You understand? When it's about to cross and is lesser than 0, is under. You understand? It's coming from under and is about to cross. You set it. That is where it's crossing. It's crossing from down and it's going up. How will I light it?
Maybe you share your screen. Let me just.
Okay. Seems like me, I don't even know how to highlight. It's Leader Oshoy that knows how to highlight.
Can share your screen now.
Okay, so you can see, let me open the ref. Okay, so let me screenshot, let me see, then edit, right? Okay, the pencil is not coming out. Okay, pencil, okay. So this is the MACD. Let me change to yellow. All this place. This is your MACD because you have selected it here. You have selected it here. So this is the golden cross. This thing will zoom. Okay. So can you see it? This is the golden cross, the golden line. When it crosses, how will I go back now? Okay. Okay. Let me zoom this place. So you can see when this gold line is coming from down, going up, you understand? When it's coming from down, going up, I don't know why this thing is not. So this is the golden line. When it's from down, crossing means when it's crossed this other purple line here at this place. That is where you now say the golden cross have occurred. I hope we are together. I don't want this pencil to write again. I don't know why. So that is it. This thing is not helping. So when this once the gold line is from the down and is about to touch the purple, from the down is about to touch the purple, that is where you say a golden cross has happened. You understand? So when the golden line is on the at the upside now, like if you see this place, okay, let me see. So see this place here. So when the golden line is from the up, now cross down, you say is the death cross. So that is just the reverse. The reverse is the case. The golden cross happened from the downside when it cross up. So is there any other question? Let me see. Okay. So what you just listened to now, that is what I've been using all through today. And you can see I'm still testing it. So I'm using $5. And I think I should explain that part of the $5 because you can see the position amount. If you can see the position amount here is showing 25. So someone will answer, but you said the first buy amount is $5. Why are we not seeing position amount 25? If you have attended our first introduction, our first class on features, we are informed that in features works with leveraging. Leveraging means that the exchange, they will say, okay, you have limit to what you can borrow from them. You understand? So you are coming with $5 and you are telling them that you want to use 5x. You want to use the leverage of 5. So you are telling them that you don't want to use, you're coming with $5, but you want them to use $25 for you. That is 5x. You understand? So that is why you are seeing 25 here. If I say, okay, I want to use 10s, it will be $5 times 10. What you'll be seeing here now will be 50. The higher your leverage, the higher they borrow you, the more the movement of the coin to your liquidation will be very fast. The higher your leverage. So that is why we say, okay, maintain 2 to 5 leverage. Don't go above. Maintain 2 to 5 leverage. You understand? Now you see that, okay, let me say I want to start. Let me just do as if I want to start. Let me see the chart of this altcoin. So if you click MACD here, you see that the line has gone out. So if you want to see your own MACD, you click on MACD here, you see it. So this one has already crossed. The golden line has come down and started going up. So it has already crossed. So we can't enter it. Maybe for instance, I want to show you the settings. So for instance, now you have already saved your margin configuration for the capital you want to use. You understand? for the capital you want to use. Maybe you want to use this, you have already saved it. So your first buy amount is $5. But because of you are using 5 leverage, you come to this first buy amount in. So you see it's 9. It's 9 here. So you use your initiative to increase this 252 odds, the coin, so that the equivalence will give you 25 because you are using 5 as your first buying amount. 5 times your leverage, your leverage is 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. So you have to put the quantity that will equal to 25 USDT. You understand? So you can start with 500. You see it's 18. Go 600, 21. Go 700, 25. You reduce it to 690 or 695. So you can see you have gotten 25. So that is how you get the first buy-in amount. You understand? Then don't forget, once you get it, you must click on the advanced settings. You select your trigger price, change it to MACD. Because of you are entering a long trade, this is a long trade, the golden cross is lesser than 0. Then you now save it. Please, if you have any question on this, you can answer in the chat. I will take it. So golden cross is lesser than 0 because of the golden cross is lesser on the, yeah, it's not for this chart too. It's not for this chart because this chart it has passed the 0, it has passed it and is already going up. You understand? So that is it. Let's see if we have any other question. Okay. Well, it's like the expensive question. Okay. Okay, so I've explained what I don't understand what is crossing. So I've explained what is crossing and where it's crossing to. It's just an indication showing the flow of the trade, the movement of the trade. Okay, so they are just indicator telling you that okay, this is where the price of the coin wants to increase or wants to reduce. So that is the indicator. Okay, so Booker said, please sir, can you use indicator to show where to cross? So I've explained it already. Me, I'm lost. So what is crossing and what happens if it's cross? Before it's cross is an indicator telling you that this coin wants to pump. This coin wants to go up. You understand? So you easily set your signal for long. You easily set the trade for long, set your setting and activate when it's almost crossing. When the golden line there is almost crossing up from the down, is going up. So you set it, the golden cross lower than 0, you set it, then you activate. You will now be seeing trigger status waiting for MACD condition. It will not start the trade immediately. It must wait, let it cross. So once it crosses, the robot will just start the trade for you. Okay, me, I'm lost. So what is crossing? So I've explained that you're already using the settings. Okay, please, I don't understand. The lower than 0 explanation again. I hope you are with me, in case in case I'm not getting it. You're still here. Okay. So, in case I'm not getting it. The golden cross. So let me screenshot. It's my phone. To use the pencil is kind of okay. So let's go here. It's not making it small. Hey, Jesus Christ! I don't think. Hallelujah. I'm coming. Let me screenshot again. So you can see this MACD that is showing you now. It's on a level. It's on a straight line. You can see the first green is up. is greater than 0. Up is greater. This line now, this line that is here. Okay, I think I can circle the line. Okay. So I think I can write now. So there is a long line here. So when the lines, there's a long line here. Here is greater than 0. Here is lesser than 0. You understand? So if this golden line is from this down, now let me change to gold. If the line is like this now, down here, is going from this down, is going, and that purple is like this. Okay, wait. Let me just do it. Golden is like this. You're already seeing it's coming like this. And purple is like this. Purple is like this. So you know that this golden is almost going to cross. This golden is almost going to cross here now and start going up. So you enter for a long trade. You enter for a long trade where the golden cross will be lower than 0 because it happens under here. It's happening under the line. So that when you activate the trade, it will not start until the golden cross now happen. You can see until the golden cross happen. So the golden cross happen under lesser than 0 because here is on the down part. So I want to believe that I've been able to explain where it's crossing to. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. We have plenty questions today. Okay. So, like, how many trades do you take in a day that can earn you about $20 using Leader OBM? I think this one is for you. Like, how many trades do you take in a day that can earn you about $20 using the $5 first buy and 5x leverage with $50 capital?
Yeah, what I will do is I will do it. If I have $50, I will do it one at a time. Then I will now use margin call. But before I use before I would now tamper with the margin call, I came in with a very safe margin call. Now, when it's at now bought, this is what I would do. It has bought, and I see that the coin has dumped. Maybe it has dumped to like 2.
Stop talking.
Maybe it has dumped to like 2, like -2%. You understand? What I would do is
Hello, Leader OBM. Are you with?
Oh. Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? That George?
Maybe network.
Go ahead,
Hello?
sir. We can hear you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Now, this is what I would do. Like I said, if I see that the coin has dumped, I will now go and check the other indicators. We have the RSI, we have KDJ. Now, if all of them now tally that they are going to pump, I can now reduce the margin call. I don't know what's wrong with this network. Wow. Can you hear me? The network is somehow.
Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah. So now, the network is somehow. What I'll now do is I'll look at the other indicators. When I see that they confirm, I will now reduce the margin call. The 3. Oh, what's wrong? Don't know what's happening with this network. My first margin is 3. I'll reduce it to maybe to 0.1 or 0.5, as the case may be. so you can buy margin. So now, if it now pumps, I'll make more than maybe few cents, or I can make $2 or $3 or $6, as the case may be. You understand? So, but I will make sure that the other indicators are aligning, are speaking the same thing. I think we know something about trading. That's when I will now reduce I will tamper with the margin call so you can buy more and it will pump and go out of the market. That's how you can make more. But if you don't know how to do it, just maintain this. Another thing you can do, if you see that this one has got into something, you can close it. If you want to close this one, market price, you understand? So you close it, you confirm it will close in profit, then go and look for other ones also. By the time you are doing it, for the whole day, you might get something substantial. I think maybe we understand. But if you don't really know how to trade, after it has peaked, you check the other. I don't know what's happening with this. Let me check again. Now, okay, now I'll check the other indicators. KDJ is going down, but remember that this is long. RSI is going down, so I will not tamper with the margin call right now. You understand? Or what I will do, I can replenish, but these indicators have to be talking. So you check them one by one to know whether they are lying before you can tamper with the margin call or replenish, as the case may be. I think you understand. That's what I would do if I want to make more money. I hope you understand. Is that George?
Yeah, we are with you, sir.
The problem now is that I can't even see the remaining question. Leader Shari, please, help us read the questions, please. Okay, I believe what the person was saying, what that person was even answering is that you cannot tell how many trades you will enter. Since your capital is $50, if you start a trade, try to wait, let the trade deliver, let it peak and let it deliver. You can, as it's not easy to search for the one that has good entry. You understand? So maybe you can search for like 5 trades that have good entry. MACD will not make them to peak immediately, but you have to be monitoring them. So in case once one peak, you pause the remaining 4, depending on how many you are able to search. You understand? But allow the trades to run one at a time since your capital is 50. You understand? You can use first your $5 as first buy, then you spread the remaining 45 for your margin calls and trade them one at a time. So it can be like today I trade 3 because in the afternoon I was looking for the one that the golden cross is yet to cross. I could not see. So it was just that morning. Then later in the evening, the OBN sent me like 2. I did, and the 2 just sold. You understand? One sold in the evening, one sold now. You understand? So you will try to make sure that you enter. If you can activate all the 5, but make sure that you are observing so that once one starts, you pause the remaining. Or you can even search if it's one signal you see, search and trade it. Once it's said, then you can go and search for another. So it's not, you must be disciplined and you must not be greedy. These 2 things, if you hold them, it's not that, okay, I have $50 and I've said I want to be using $5 as my first buy. I'm not seeing 0.13 profits. I'm not seeing 0.2. I'm not seeing 0.14. And I said, no, I want to be seeing $1 once a trade sells. You will now go and increase your first buy to either 10 or 20. So you see, with that, you now be money that you're supposed to use for margin calls. You have started using it for first buy because of your greed. If you need more, if you need more, why not find another $50, another $50? So you have like 150. So you can comfortably activate 3 trades at a time. If this one give you 0.2, this one give you 0.3, this one give you 0.1, and you do maybe like 6 trades in a day, you have gotten $2 or $3, depending on how the market is, so that you will not say because of you are giving yourself timeline that you must make $5 in a day, you will not go and enter trade you are not supposed to enter. So please, leader Usha, it's like Leader Florence is in hand before we take more questions. Okay, Leader Florence, you can unmute yourself. Leader Florence, you can.
Okay, sir. My question is, I entered the trade with a $5 first buying amount, but on my position amount, I am seeing 101. How is that possible?
And did he buy margin call? Has he bought any margin call?
It has bought 3 margin call, but what I have is $20 capital.
Your margin call, the times, what did you put there for your first call, your second call, and your third call?
1.
So he's using your leverage is 5, right?
Yes.
And you're sure the times is 111?
Yes.
Since it's 20 now, 20 times 5 is 100 now. You understand? Do you understand? Your leverage is 5, and your robot has used your $20 right inside it. So even your margin calls will also be using the times 5 when it wants to buy. I hope you are getting it.
Okay.
Margin call will also be using the times 5 when it wants to buy your margin calls. So that is it. So once you sell now, you make big profits.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Leader Usha, you can bring the questions. Hello. Okay, any co-host can read the question. Now, Leader Temi, are you with us? I can't see the questions again because the network threw me out. So I know there are so many questions there. We have answered some. So please, let's see the ones that we have not answered.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good
I
evening.
don't know if I'm loud and clear.
Yes.
So let me start with the questions. There are plenty. We'll take questions on one finish. Okay, I don't know, but I believe that I think Mr. P has done. I just want to say, Mr. P says, how do you determine the debt number of margin calls? I think you have answered that one already. What is the
We have
costing?
answered those
I think you have
ones.
answered that one. I think the one where I say, please, sir, I don't understand the less than zero explanation. That's, I think, is explaining the golden cost. This one says, okay, I think we
We
have
have
answered this
explained
one
that
already.
one.
Okay, this one says, teach about that of HTX for us that are here in Europe. You teach about
You
the
said?
HTX. They say teach about the HTX for us that are here in Europe. Teach.
Which one is
But that of,
HTS?
I think that's a wallet. That's an exchange. Maybe that's
Okay,
what they
it's
use in Europe.
It's Binance we are using for features. I don't know if they have approved other exchange for features. Go to the next
But I know.
question.
Can I get an explanation on how to set the future trading setting? I don't have
Yes,
any on trading, and I have
yes.
$100 account.
We have
Which one
a
is it?
video that shows you how to set up your Binance and your and your RoyalQ for features. So you can get it on our YouTube channel, Team Digital Gold. Let me continue.
Please, Ola Kunle said, can I use the same boat to trade both spot and futures? I think somebody has yes. I think leader Abiola is answering yes. You just need to reconfigure your API binding, your IP binding. Can we see the margin
Okay.
calls? I think this one, yeah. This one, Mr. Chidoke say, how do you undo the margin calls since you selected many coins? Won't they buy margin calls? This one is Mr.
That's
Chidoke.
what you're saying. Now,
Mr.
once you select many coins, you must observe it, so that in case once one immediately one peak, you must pause the remaining because of your capital. Is when you have big capital, you can allow 2, 3 to peak to trade at the same time. But if you select, they will be showing waiting for MACD to activate, waiting for MACD to activate. So once anyone starts, you can pause the remaining to wait so that that one can see money to buy its margin calls and sell. So continue.
Okay, Mr. Uchobi said, when trading future, must I set both long and short? I think Mr. Abiola has answered. Mr. Abiola said, you can either trade long or short. So I think that was the answer, right? So, Mr. Abli said,
In the last our yesterday's Zoom, leader OBN said trading short and long at the same time is you you don't understand as in you don't have the knowledge of where this trade is going to. That is why you are predicting both ways. But with this knowledge we have now, looking at the golden cross, you should know where it's going. So you don't need to activate both long and short. So continue.
so Mr. Abli said, sir, could you please clarify if using MACD, if using long must be less than zero, and when using short, it should be greater than zero. Am I right? So
Leader OBN,
that's the
are you with us?
Okay, the question again.
it says, sir, could you please clarify if using MACD, if using long must be less than zero, and when using short, it should be greater than zero. Which of them? Am I right?
You are right. But there are sometimes also where the long also can be greater than zero if it's on top and it's pumping. But what I really I want you to maintain is once it's long, let it be less than zero so that the golden cross will happen from beneath. And if it dead cross, let it happen from above. So if it dead
So that you
cross,
know that you are buying, you are starting at a lower price to go up,
yes, it's
to be on
better,
the
it's
safer
safer.
side.
Yeah. But by the time you are maybe you have gotten it and you advance, you can now go to the next level. Because I believe somebody can still improve on this system. You know, you want this kind of system so that anybody can trade. So you are not waiting for any signal. Because if waiting for signal means if the signal provider decide to be in a bad mood, decide to be angry at you, or decide to go to another business, there will be no signal again. So it's better you know how to catch your own fish. You understand? Because you've seen a lot of signal providers. Like I had some people are bought for other business and they went. So they just stop everything. So in this new era, you need to know how to catch your own fish so that you are not waiting for leader OBM. Anything can happen. Leader OBM can also do it otherwise. You understand? So you are not waiting for leader George. You are not waiting for Mr. P. You are not waiting for Oshuari. You learn how to catch your own fish, you know, and Sure, because the bot is working. So that nobody can actually do chakra for you. So somebody here can also improve on that. I know that George will improve on this. I know him for that. So can take it away, sir.
Okay, so thank you, Robin, for that. So this one says, if I can get you right, I think he's still asking the same question. I think that's been addressed, Mr. Tayo. If it's okay, I think this one I've already answered this one already. Can I hear you? Okay. You cannot. Okay, I think Mr. Tombio said you cannot use HTX again. You cannot use HTX again in Europe to RoyalQ. I think that's a response to I can't remember the name again. So Mr. Opara that is asking, so Mr. Charles that is asking if they can use HTX. You can't use it again according to the information from there. I think they did some updates. So that's some months ago that some deal was talking about. So Mr. Sule say if I have to rebrand my IP address, hope I will not have issues with my ongoing spot trading. Mr. Olakunle Sule say if I have to rebind my IP address, hope I will not have issues with my ongoing spot
What
trading. I
what
don't you
you
will not
want you don't need to rebind. You don't need to rebind your API. Once you want to start trading features, just go there, click on edit, and you just click on the select the features box. Then you save. That is just it. You don't need to rebind your API. Just go to your API, click edit, and select the features, the box for features, and you save it.
okay.
Okay, Mr.
Mr. Wara says, please, can we use less than zero on spot? Absolutely yes. That's what you use for my gig. Mr. Theophilus say, is Golden Cross strategy recorded in your YouTube channel? Is a question. Yeah, good. Yeah. I think that was right. I think she was able to answer that, but I think yes. Yeah, I think so. So I think she has also dropped the link. Mr.
Our Zoom meetings are recorded.
Is that what?
All our
Mr.
Zoom
Amber
meetings
says,
are recorded. We talked about it yesterday.
asking the Golden Cross for that's the Maggi that we were sharing that time for sport. I think that's what I think is recorded on our YouTube page.
Yes, it's
So,
recorded,
sir,
yes.
where should I pick my own signal from if I want to trade? I join. I think you want to say I join Union or something like that. So I think it's asking for that. So I think you'll be able to. I think you reach out to your upline for that. So your upline is best person to connect with that. Thanks for the response and clarification. Mr. Olakole is thanking you. And Mr. Jude say, can I trade spot and future trading on the same RoyalQ robot? I think somebody must have responded to him, Mr. Jude. Okay, Joshua has already responded. He said, yes, this has been answered before. So I think those are the questions we have. I don't know if there's any more questions, but those are the questions we have on this chat box. Thank you.
Okay, it's
Okay,
like
somebody
someone
just
is
said, okay,
answering.
yeah, Mr. Famous. Mr. Famous, my question is that what is crypto exchange wallet I can use to debit and credit my local bank account? In case I wanted to buy crypto USDT direct from my local bank account. Just asking this. My question is that what is the exchange wallet I can use to debit and credit my local bank account in case I wanted to buy crypto USDT direct from my local bank account? Please ask me that question.
Depending on his country now. If it's Nigeria, I don't think Binance, we are using Binance before, but Binance have removed that function. So depending on your country, you can search for your exchange that depending on where you are, the country you are. But if it's Nigeria, we use our local merchants that buys and sells. You can meet your leader when you want to buy or when you want to sell. So that is it. In Nigeria, we don't have exchange. Okay. I don't. It's like
And then I think also,
ah.
you also
You said
I don't just somebody wants to say something.
I also think as well
Okay.
you can also use I don't know, but I've seen Bybit advertising that like you can literally connect your card your card. So Bybit, I think you can use Bybit, but I've not done that, but I've seen the advertisement on their page. So I don't know if anybody has contribution to that, but I know Bybit, I think you can use Bybit. Yeah. So those are the questions. So Theophilus just asked on that question. It says, are we using stop loss to avoid losing funds should the trade goes against our analysis?
Okay. You see why Leader OBS maintain that you should golden cross should be from the bottom and the death cross should be from the top. You understand? Which is bottom lower than 0, lesser than 0, bottom greater than 0. So that you play at a safe side. Now you are using $5 as your first buy, and you are reserving $45 for margin calls. So that's your $45 will help give you maintain liquidation price. You understand? Your $45 you'll be using for your margin calls will give you more leverage. It will give you, sorry, I say it will give you more time, as in it will expand your leverage, your liquidation, sorry. It will expand your liquidation price. You understand? So we don't use stop loss. You understand? But sometimes you might, but using this 5x and $5 starting, I've not encountered any situation. I started yesterday, so I don't know if Leader OBM will have encountered any. I don't think Leader OBM is here again.
I'm here. My
Okay, Leader OBM is
the
here.
other phone went off.
Okay, please. Is asking, have you encountered any situation that you wanted to cut, that you have to cut loss using these settings now, this
It's
method of entering
possible.
trade?
It's possible when you are not patient. Patient means okay, like you saw my settings. First margin 3, second margin 3. If I decide to now reduce it, thinking I might just get out of the market very fast, it might go against me, right? So when you are trading futures, stick with your plan. If you stick with the plan, like if leader George is sticking with his plan, he will not face the face. But if he decides to get greedy, maybe increasing the first buy, by the time you are trading now, you see, okay, I picked the first one, it sold. Second one, why not? Let me use $50 first buy now. You can get, the market might go against you. So with even your 5x, if you are not disciplined, you can still get they call loss. It might not be liquidation. It might just be, okay, I'm tired. Let me just cut my my loss, and move to another coin. You understand? So patience, stick with your plan, and start with first buying. You understand? So get your plan. You might contact your upline so that you can draw a plan for yourself. You understand? So you need to have a plan with your capital. So if you are seeing somebody trading 1,000, different from the plan of somebody still trading $100 or $50 or $20. So our plan will be different from each other. So you have to stick with the plan, and you will not incur loss. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Leader OBM. So we are almost running out of time now. So Philos, with the remaining $45 be for 9 margin, we have already, I started this Zoom with explaining how to set up your margin calls. So you can decide to set up the main thing is for you to get the knowledge. Then the remaining $45, you can use it for your 9. If you want to use 9 margin, if you want to use 7, if you want to use, yes, 5 divided by 45. If you want to use $5, yes. So it can go for 9 margin calls. So that is it. We're already running out of time. This is 9:56. So please, okay, let me see. Before creating Binance Wallet, do I first of all know the address I use on names or BBN? Please, for creating of your Binance, please link up with the person that introduced you to RoyalQ. The person should put you, we put you through on your exchange and direct you on what to do. Okay, I just sent answers to the question of credit card. Okay, thank you, Leader Tom. Thank you. Okay, so I want in a special way to appreciate everyone, especially our boss, Mr. OBM, for finding time to join us today to lecture us at least the knowledge of yesterday and today. I believe my results tomorrow will be higher than the $2. I think I've already made like 0.9 already. Okay, thank you, sir, for coming. We really appreciate, and I also want to appreciate my co-hosts, my leaders in the Zoom today. I really want to appreciate Leader Oshare. I can see Leader Abiola, Leader Temi. I really want to really appreciate you all. And I also want to appreciate our members that when their time to come today to get this knowledge, because they said knowledge is power. And I believe that no knowledge is a waste. Once you apply the knowledge, practice makes perfect. So you will not say, you want to understand it. Even if you understand it, the first time you still try it, it will still be in practice. You will still practice it. So that is why we are saying we are playing safe by using $5 as first buy and observing the MACD condition so that we'll place safe with our 5S leverage. So thank you once again. I believe I'll be seeing beautiful results tomorrow on the group. Thank you and good night. Good night. See you tomorrow. We have our Zoom tomorrow, 8:30 tomorrow. Please try to, we'll be expecting you all for our Friday Zoom, 8:30 tomorrow. Please keep to time. Thank you and God bless. Good night.
Good night, everyone.